Alright. So let's get started, continuing from where we left off. The adventure continues in episode 3. Previously, on the last door. As a necessary step to understanding the mysterious disappearance of Dr. Wakefield's patient, Jeremiah Devitt, the doctor and his colleague Johann Kaufman visited the manor of Professor Wright. Years before, Wright had been Kaufman's mentor in the occult, but since then had been afflicted with a mental condition and could remember nothing. Oh, that text has gone over the image, so it's a bit weird to read. They discovered that Wright's research had been funded by the Playwright, the secret organization led by Alex Dupre. While Kaufman lay in bed due to a sudden illness, Wakefield followed the clues left by the eccentric Professor Wright, leading to the darkness of an underground labyrinth. There was something waiting down there, alive but imprisoned in the cave. In the deepest chamber of the tunnel, Wakefield met the dreadful result of Professor Wright's final experiment, which had been an attempt to cross the last door using fear as the key. For 3 days you must wait. Right. Note. Apparently that was not a note. Alone amongst these dead stones. Only then will you be ready. Cold. To complete your journey, Mr. Ashdown. Who's Mr. Ashdown? So, okay. Mr. Ashdown. Maybe he's the person who became changed by going beyond the veil. Perhaps. The last door. Oh. I think I can remember. Oh, there's a cutscene. Is it? No, I still have to click. It's like, I'm just gonna wait then. It's terrible. Screech. But it was not that of an animal. There was something human in it. A desperate cry for forgiveness. Oh. I don't like that noise. also don't know what I'm doing. I'm just clicking. Walk into the left. I don't understand. How do I get out of the water? Apparently I'm drowning. They found me on the beach unconscious. What? Clutching the piece of wood that had saved me from drowning. When at last I awoke, the letter was waiting on my table. Liber Wakefield, I write this letter in my last moments of lucidity. I have not received word from you since I regained consciousness, but I am confident that you will soon return with information that is crucial to our investigation. The bravery that you demonstrated in the face of these latest discoveries is worthy of my most sincere admiration. Did Kaufman just die? Did he just die off screen? Like, I was so confused. I must now ask you for yet more courage. The doctors were unable to determine the cause of my sudden illness, nor have they found a cure. I have not much time left. This dude came and died within 2 episodes. What did he even do for me? My greatest regret is that I must abandon you to the difficult tasks that lie ahead. I implore you to persevere, now that we are so close to finding an answer. I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna play Kaufman. Kaufman's taken out of the story momentarily, and Wakefield's going to either die or get captured, and we'll take over. It's Kaufman. No, Kaufman's just dead. Rip Kaufman. Honestly, R.I.P. F's in the chat. The professor's documents were filled with references to a place of dark legend. The Crone Maid, an ancient sanctuary on the island of Ellis Death. The exact location of the Crone Maid, I can't pronounce it, has been lost, but the professor believes that its secrets may explain why his experiments met with such disastrous results. You must find this place, mein Freund. I do not need to remind you to exercise the utmost discretion. I have complete trust in you. You shouldn't. I walked down into a spooky labyrinth filled with some eldritch horror and almost died. I can't believe. Oh, hi, NZ Replay. I'm playing Last Door again. Hopefully gonna play Ace Attorney again soon, but yeah, so I don't remember if you remember the last stuff, but Wakefield just died off screen. It's wild. I don't really know how to process that. With Kaufman gone, I found myself lost, my life suddenly devoid of meaning. It was as though my friend had written a letter to a person who no longer existed. Weeks passed, maybe months. I did not count the time. Dude got killed by, like, pneumonia just off screen. But the day came when I realized there was no other option. To honor my friend's memory, I had to keep looking. I had to find Jeremiah Devitt. Like, I don't know how much you remember from the last episode, but it starts where we're just like, in this episode, where we just escaped whatever wherever he was. I missed that text. We just like swam out from beneath the underground labyrinth apparently with the eldritch horror. And we were fine. I can see the island in the distance, Alice Moore, but Kaufman died, and I wasn't expecting that. Season 2, Episode 3, The Reunion. And here we are, the island of Alice Moore. Thank you very much. Alice Moore. According to Kaufman's letter, the legendary Cromedian can be found here. I don't know how to pronounce that word. As Kaufman emphasized, I must exercise discretion. For all I know, the playwright is watching. I just want to point out that this man has been like one of the least discreet people ever. He walked into the labyrinth where it was well known there was an eldritch horror, walked around the professor's mansion asking like, hey, why don't you tell me about these eldritch horrors and this cult? And walked up to random people like, hey, can you give me information about this guy who almost definitely ran a cult? And it turned out he ran a cult, so I don't know what Wakefield's going on about. He knows nothing of discretion. Good evening. Visiting? I hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you. Good evening, my name is Wakefield. I have just arrived on the island. You ought to speak with Lord Donan, then. I beg your pardon. Lord Donan. You should see him. Guess I'll talk to Lord Donan. Good evening. Welcome to Alice Moore. Thank you. Oh, that's just moving further into the town. Oh. Excuse me, are you Mr. Wakefield? I am. I have a message from Lord Donan. Wow, he gets a message out fast. Lord Donan? To our most recent visitor, Mr. Wakefield. I'm a doctor, I think. It is customary in Alice Moore to welcome strangers with hospitality. I should be honored if you would accept this invitation to join me at my manor for dinner and amiable conversation. Your new friend, Lord Donan. Thanks, Donan. Donan wants to be my chum, my pal. Excuse me. A visitor. Visitors are most welcome in Alice Moore. Yes, they are. Well, that's ominous. I'm probably going to get murdered. It looks like the gate has been broken for some time now. The door is locked. Through the window. The windows are open and a light is on. Let me in. An abandoned wheel. A peculiar cog is attached to it. Gimme. Based on the cog's workmanship, it looks like it was part of a complex industrial mechanism, but someone has tried to fit it crudely onto that broken bicycle wheel. How on earth did it come to be in a village like this? Ooh, I'm gonna find some giant industrial machine later. They can't keep me locked out forever. I'll get in one day. Alright. Window. The faint smell of fish and potatoes is drifting through the shutter. The fish smells slightly rotten. Ooh, unpleasant. That looks like it might be another walkway. The door is locked. So many locked doors. The gate leads to the village graveyard. It is closed and locked. Hop the wall. It's so small, you can do it. Wakefield is a weak person who refuses to jump the wall into the graveyard. Like a coward. Well, let's meet this Lord Donan. Ooh, we just teleport inside. How fancy. See, now he calls me a doctor. That's my respect. Well, Dr. Wakefield, you are here on holiday then? Yes, indeed. I have come to enjoy a rest somewhere far from the stresses of city life. I see. Well, if it's distractions you've come looking for, you've chosen the right time of year for it. These days, we celebrate a very special tradition of our kin. Something unique. We call it the Festival of Reunion. Fascinating. May I ask, what does it entail? According to the tradition, for the next 3 nights, the spirits of reunion leave the confines of the other side and roam the hills of Ellis Moor. We wear costumes and masks so that the spirits will not recognize us and make us the targets of their mischief. Certain rites take place too. Okay, so obviously the other side is basically just a different term for the veil. Like, I know they're saying it's death, but I feel like it's pretty safe to say that this festival is going to tie in almost directly to the cult. But I should not bore you with the details. You shall have occasion to see for yourself. My sincere thanks for your warm welcome. You need not thank me, I simply observe our traditions. An exotic blend of black tea. How quaint. A large statue of a person is so eroded by the passage of time, it is difficult to tell any specific detail. Okay. There are 2 engraved panels on the wall. They appear to be ancient, but I cannot decipher their meaning. Oh, that's the same statement. Tell me more. Do these panels on the wall represent a classical theme? I cannot seem to place it. They are the panels of the first king of Ellis Moor. In the day of the Druids, we worship the great god Lula, and our kings did right by those beliefs. Nice. The statue is remarkable. May I ask what it represents? It is Lula Fahada. They're gonna kill me with these pronunciations. I'm going to be made the fool. A hero and high king of our myths. And well, what else is important here? I got, oh, an odd mosaic adorns the floor. It depicts two snakes fighting each other. Those snakes do not look like they're biting each other in this pixel art. Looks like they're grooving. Well, I cannot help noticing this remarkable mosaic. It looks authentic. Yes, it is. Although some historians might disagree, we believe that this manor was built atop an ancient Roman villa. In our traditions, the double serpent represents a sentinel that protects us from the terrible threat hidden within itself. What? You seem to be knowledgeable about Ellis Moore's folklore. Probably because he's the king of Ellis Moore. I feel like you would expect the king, or not the king, but like the lord of it to be knowledgeable, unless this is like a different kind of lord, like the colonialism type. I don't remember if they had lords. I should very much like to learn about the island's history in more detail. It is true that we in Ellis Moore cleave to the ancient traditions. We haven't lost touch like some of those on the mainland, but I am no expert. If you are really interested, you should talk to Miss Foster. No, he just like lives here. He's a lord because he lives here. I'm not surprised he knows it. Please forgive my indiscretion, but do you consider yourself a religious man, Dr. Wakefield? Ooh, I get multiple choice. I don't know. Does Dr. Wakefield consider himself religious? I'm gonna say yes, he's seen a lot of the occult, and at that point, you can't really deny that there's other forces at play in the world. Yes, I do. You seem so certain. Might I ask why? Oh, oof. There must be an unmoved mover. What does that mean? Oh god, I didn't expect this to be like a test. I hope there's not multiple endings. Make me have to go back and answer better in my multiple choice. You know, let's say... I was gonna say I'm not sure. I had a religious upbringing, but my experience as a psychiatrist has led me to doubt certain tenets of faith. I see. Achievement unlocked. You seem so certain. Let us take a walk by the lake. From there, we can see the beauty of the island as we talk, and be the better for it. The marsh in this valley is, for simpletons, a wellspring of frightful tales. The educated among us enjoy the tales as little more than distractions, knowing us safe from those visions. We know those stories to be nothing but superstition. But how can we be so sure that in the dense mist that emanates from the stagnant water, we may not find passage to other worlds? What if the wails that drift from the reeds in the darkest of nights are the songs of those from our own worst nightmares? Many of the gods that men worshipped for millennia now lie buried in the common grave of oblivion. In Ellis Moore, we keep our traditions alive. Oh, they change, just as the times do, but they always keep their essence. These are our roots, Doctor. Thank you. I must now take my leave, as my presence is required to start the rites of reunion. Feel free to continue your walk on your own. The village can be found just beyond those hills. As I mentioned earlier, you may wish to speak with Miss Foster. She is something of a resident expert on Ellis Moore's history. She can often be found working late at school, the building right across from the quay. It has been a pleasure meeting you. Same to you, Lord Donan. Farewell, Dr. Wakefield. It has been a pleasure, Lord Donan. This will all go over great, especially when you reveal you're probably working with the playwright. An old barrel lies stranded on the shore. A painted label reads mineral oil. It is sealed. I need to break that bad boy open. I don't have anything to break it open yet, though. I will remember you, oil. Oh, these must be the costumes they wear. Excuse me. Hello, my name is Wakefield. Hi. What are you drawing on the ground? It's a symbol, not a drawing. A symbol? What does it mean? It's the final truth. That'll protect us from the marsh dwellers, while we're not allowed to say its name out loud. The marsh dwellers, who are they? They're scary. My Aunt Kathleen says they were really bad people. You never see them, but you'd hear them in the reeds. They try to take you in there with them. That's why we can't come here alone. We always have to take someone with us. I must go now. Goodbye. Farewell. Okay, so they're drawing a symbol as like a protection thing. As you do. Actually, that is very common. I just can't trust anything. We're dealing with cults. Guess I'll go to the hills. Oh wait, this is the hills. I guess I'll go the other direction. Oh, neat. It's a hole. A huge hole lies in front of me. An ominous, chilling draft issues from within that sends shivers down my spine. It makes me very uneasy. To a superstitious mind, it might seem like a passage to another world. So, ominous pit. Always a great sign. This place appears to be the remnants of an ancient temple to some unknown deity, probably a sun deity. That looks like a sun in the middle. Oh, my cog there. No. The cog does not go there. For now. Time to go past the warding children, or maybe they're not children. Alright, I'll go to the village now. Village time. Oh, graveyard's open. Graveyard time. A small mausoleum. The door has a small slot. I might be able to peer through it. Jump scare. Ooh, spooky. Inside, a candle provides dim light. I can make out a statue of a hooded man. I can also hear someone whispering. No, I can't die, not yet. Not without knowledge. You need the knowledge. It is so terribly unthinkable to truly understand. Oh, is it so truly unthinkable to understand the gods? How can we live only on faith? See, I think it was a good thing that I said I have faith. Now, shut up. Knowledge is what I pursue, not faith nor assumptions. No, no man can face death believing there is nothing on the other side. Yes, you are right. Now I understand. Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave mausoleum person to their mausoleuming. The epithet on this gravestone is written in Gaelic. The shadows cast by the lanterns only making the characters more mysterious. More mysterious? I mean, it's just a language. Like, I wouldn't look at, like, Latin and be like, wow, what mysterious characters. Alright. These people look like, remind me of the play we saw in the first episode. Oh, he dropped something in. No, burying it. I believe they were burying mirrors in a hole in the ground. What a peculiar tradition. Like, yeah, but I feel like the twist is going to be like, oh, their tradition is actually evil. Which feels like it happens a lot in these games. Like, you go to some place different, and like the traditions are somehow evil, but no one there knows it, so it's a bit odd. In the middle of the graveyard stands an old alder tree, which the locals call a fearnog. Fearnog? Many lanterns hang from it. I do not know for what purpose. I don't know. A man hides his face behind a fox mask. He murmurs something in unison with the others, a muted prayer I cannot make out. A woman hides her face behind a bull mask. She murmurs something in unison I cannot make out. A man, his face hidden by a wolf mask, stands in the middle. There is something familiar about him. Well, we saw a play in the first chapter. Guy in a wolf mask. The man hides his face behind a deer mask. He murmurs something in unison. Blah blah blah. Woman hides her face behind a badger mask. Interesting. I wonder if that will be important. You don't have an animal mask on. What the heck? A trash bin filled with papers. There's a drawing on one. Gimme. Oh no! It's a dragon! It is a child's drawing. There seems to be a village, a lake, and some sort of creature. It's a dragon! It's breathing fire! The windows are opening, letting a chilly draft inside. Note. A paper with black circles painted on it. Gimme. There is some kind of worm screw inside, the remains of an insect beside it, and some drawings engraved on the desk. I will take the drive with me. It might prove itself useful. I also want to know. Ain't gonna give me that. How could you? A shelf of handmade books with unfamiliar titles. Most of them concern strange rites. A picture of a slender woman, apparently a goddess, wearing a black dress and having a murder of crows around her. It's signed with the name Badabkatha. Love butchering words. They'll dance around the burrow they'll sing. It's cold inside as winter. Don't get too close, or else they'll pull you in. Okay, I'm assuming that's referring to the giant pit on the hill. Good evening. To what do I owe the pleasure? I'm a busy woman, as you can see. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I have come to Alice Moore to rest for a while. Lord Donan said that I might find you here. Have you met Lord Donan? It has been so long since I have seen him here in the village. I hope he is well. Oh my, those are a lot of words. Shade, melee, day. Dr. Wakefield. Welcome to Alice Moore. I love Gaelic is Irish, right? Is that Irish? I'm gonna search this up on the interwebs. Yes. Oh, in Scotland, the language is referred to as Gaelic. So, this is Scottish? I don't know the language or how to pronounce the words. So, I apologize in advance because it will be awful. So, you have not seen Lord Donan lately? As far as I know, no one has seen him since... Well, it's been a few weeks. He's dead. I was talking to a ghost. Now that the festival has started, maybe he'll be motivated to join us in the village. Or I've been talking to an imposter. Did something happen a few weeks ago? Oh, sure, it was truly terrible. Kieran, his only child, disappeared without a trace. He went off to play in the hills and just vanished. No one has seen him since. Don't go play in the hills alone. Simple law. Good Lord. And you say he has not been found yet? How is that possible? We all searched the island, but he was nowhere to be found. He's in the pit. What can you tell me about Kieran's disappearance? Just that he was a restless child who loved exploring deserted areas. You might learn more from his classmates. His desk was in the back corner. What can you tell me about this curious festival? Well, it takes place when the constellation Reunion... Ooh, is that a real constellation? I'm curious. Is visible in the sky. On those nights, dark things and spirits ride the winds that travel across the hills. As you may have already seen, at sunset, the villagers don masks. You are not wearing a mask, though, so... what the heck? Are you, like, a killjoy? like, what's your reasoning? They do this so that the spirits will not know them or carry them away to the depths of their underground caves. Yet, Lord Donan described it as mischief. That doesn't sound like mischief. That sounds like kidnapping. There was a group of masked people at the graveyard. Was that part of the festival? Yes, that was one of the first rites of the reunion. A very important one. As I said, people dress up to protect themselves from those that will come. But this is not enough. Since the mirrors they have looked into while changing know their identities, they bury them next to the old Fearnog. The roots of the tree grow in both worlds at the same time, so that keep the witness mirrors safe. Well, that's fun. Though, I feel like a simple solution would be don't change in front of the mirrors. But, I don't know, I could see, like, That's an interesting idea. Lord Donan said you were an expert on the island's folklore. He said that, did he? Well, I wouldn't call myself an expert now, but I've lived here in Ellismore longer than most, and I've heard my fair share of stories about the other side and its people. Ask about Crone. May I ask you a question, Miss Foster? Yes, of course. Do you know the meaning of the word cronemedane? Yes, it's a very unusual word. Very much indeed. The Cronemedian is the sanctuary of the Crooked One. What a totally not ominous name. It is a cursed place, the dwelling of the devil. I recall it from the tales that I heard as a child. Of course, our elders only made up those tales to scare us and protect us from harm. Would you tell me the story of Cronemedian? Alright. There's a hole in the ground up in the hills. It's the pit. I knew the pit was going to be bad. Not too far from the village. A hole so dark and deep you'd not see the end. Folks around here believe there lies an old serpent at its depths, ravenous for flesh, the Crooked One. Long ago, our ancestors threw livestock into the pit, in hope of placating the Crooked One's hunger, though that tradition has not been practiced for some time. So perhaps it would be best if you do not approach the hole. That's what happened to Kieran. Kieran got eaten by the snake, the pit snake. It is said that the last hair of the Ladesiend once defied the Crooked One by approaching the rim with an iron amulet in her hand. It is general knowledge that beings from the other side to test iron. I love that. That's like one of those common folklore things, like silver, iron. Don't put that near the Fae. Don't put that near mythical creatures. And I think that's interesting. I actually kind of wonder why iron in specific. I wonder if it's because of, like, something to do with what iron was used for. Like, was it commonly used for weapons or something? So the cursing and the shouting of the young Ladesiend received no immediate answer. But a few nights later, the Ladesiend house was consumed in a horrific blaze, putting an end to the old family. Oh, that's not good. I must leave now. It has been a pleasure. The pleasure was mine. Enjoy your time on Ellismore. Oh, this is the back of this building. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, still can't take the picture. Kinda whack. Right. They're just standing here still, though. Like, slightly odd. Oh, here's an area. An empty doghouse. Nothing has slept here in many years. Oh no! Got dogs gone, children gone, an old rowboat filled with stale water. Something sticking out of the water. An item for me. Gimme. A worn out umbrella. It doesn't look like it will rain anytime soon, but there might be a purpose for it. Yes. Now you're thinking like a point and click adventure game pro tag. Give me the useless items. Oh, we opened that door too. Nice. I'm just getting all the doors open now. What's that? Oh. That was the fish window. The fish window. All the villagers are gone. Well, they're not gone, they're just celebrating. Like people can be in different places. I'm being overly nitpicky. Ooh, maybe the screw can work with the bike. No. Maybe. I gotta talk to those kids by the... I can't drop items. Maybe I gotta talk to those kids by the hill. Be like, hey, you know that kid who disappeared and is tragically lost? Probably eaten by the hill snake. Yeah, you know that one. Tell me about him. And then all the kids are gonna be like, dude, no, you're a weird stranger. And I'm gonna make them tell me. Alright, back to the hills. That's back to the shore. Excuse me, Dots. Did you know Kieran? Were you Kieran's friend? He was nice, but he didn't want to play much. He was mostly for going in the hills by himself, and then he was eaten. Was Kieran not scared of the marsh dwellers? No, he said he had seen them, and they were not as scary as Aunt says. I think that is why they took him. You think the marsh dwellers took him? Yes, for sure. Before he disappeared, he said he found a treasure, a disc with a beautiful drawing. He took it from the old house in the hills. Maybe the marsh dwellers wanted it. Ooh. I must go now. Goodbye. Wait, no, tell me. I found this drawing at the school. Is it yours? That? No, Kieran painted it a long time ago. The drawing is Kieran's. There could be a clue to his whereabouts. What is this? That's the burrow of the hill. That one up there. But you can't get too close. The crooked one sleeps at the bottom. Tell me about the dragon. That's the crooked one. They say a villager defied it, and the next day her house was burned to the ground. They say it was the crooked one paying her back. That looks more like a dragon than a snake, but okay. That's the house where Kieran found the treasure. Do you know how to get to there? Sure, it's easy. Why did I have to show a picture to figure out to go to this house? Like, the kid pretty clearly said he found a treasure at this weird old house, and I just kind of didn't ask questions about that, and instead went, okay, here, look at this picture. Oh, now tell me about the house. That's like a bit odd, just slightly weird. Oh, when you stand in the wicker. Bees. A wicker statue sporting a pair of animal horns. The twigs look fresh. Oh, so someone built this. Now, this must be the house that the child was telling me about. Kieran was here just before his disappearance. A mailbox. My mail. The envelope is very old. It is stamped returned, and there is a letter inside. My dear cousin, I am doing poorly. I would ask that you not call upon me here at Ellis Moor. Not now, nor ever again. Please keep grandmother's ring. I believe that she would have wanted you to have it. Yours faithfully, Rickard. Oof. Rip, that person never got it though. Yikes. There's something else in the envelope. An iron ring. Uh-oh. Yikes. That's gotta be painful. Hiccups. Like, the ring also disappeared, along with the cousin. Oh, time to search the house. I turned down some volumes too. I felt like it was getting a bit loud. So, hopefully I did not make the opposite problem and make it too quiet. Oh yeah, old basement. I think this basement might have once housed a library. It looks like it was not burned as badly as the rest of the house. Even so, little here remains intact. We be searching. Remains of the books scorched by the fire. Most of the pages are ashy or blackened, so the text is illegible. There's gonna be like one book that's still good. A common carpenter's brace. A tool that would be good for drilling holes in wood. We're gonna get that oil. Could be useful later. It's also mine now, so nothing they can do about it. The table has been upended. An ornate chest, its inside untouched by the fire. It was probably opened long after the inferno died down. There is a diary inside. I knew it. I knew there was going to be one book that was like, yes, this is fine. It is signed Brigid Lades, and several pages toward the end are missing. 7 August 1801's. Words cannot express the gratitude that I feel for Aunt Mare's bequest. May her dear soul rest in peace. This house is just what I needed to still my nerves after the exhausting pace of life in Dublin. 10th September 1801. I would not have thought to find such a remarkable library hidden away in the basement. It includes several magnificent tomes on the most picturesque customs of our land. 23 September 1801. I found Aunt Mare's diaries next to an odd iron disc. I wonder if that is the ring or like the cog. But the contents of the diaries were appalling. What could have happened that dear old Mare would write such things? Oh no. The damnable place that she speaks of. I must know if it really exists. I am resolved to investigate our family's crypt. It would be prudent to wait until dusk before traveling to the northern cape, so as not to be seen. 25th of September, 1801. The abbey was in such a state of decay that it was nearly impossible to find the mural painting in the dark. Fortunately, a dim light happened to shine through a gap in the wall, illuminating the face of the sentinel. I believe Aunt Mare's iron disc is needed to open the secret passage. 10th October, 1801. Is this the legacy of the lead sand? I can stand to bear it no longer. Fire will put an end to this blasphemy and cleanse the land of our family's curse. And should the fire prove insufficient, may this testimony serve as a warning. Yeah, okay. So fire was arson. Not at all non-arson. Miss Ladsan must have found something abhorrent in her family's crypt. If I could find out what it was, I may learn more about the Chronomadian. My intuition tells me that I must act tonight, or else it will be too late. Yeah, we're going. Soon. I'm gonna just check out. Looks like some sort of makeshift bed. Was Kieran sleeping in this terrible, lonely place? Why was he sleeping here? The side of the basement seems to have collapsed during the fire. Interesting. Gonna keep going, probably get jump scared soon. I feel like it's gotta happen. Like, Wicker Man's gonna be gone. Oh, Wicker Man's burning. I was not quite right. The Wicker statue is burning. Who did this? Probably someone who, like, wants to send a message about, like, don't investigate. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna investigate. Let's go. First, before I go to the Aviary, I'm just gonna open this barrel. 'Cause I know I can do it. Yes. What can I fill with oil? None of it. None of it wants to be filled with oil. Understandable. But now I know it's open. Which is like half the battle. Oh, is that another Wicker Man? Oh, the Wicker statue stands like a silent guard. Its presence makes me uncomfortable, as though I've trespassed on forbidden grounds. Kinda have. Well, time to go in. This must be the old abbey that Brigid Lade said, described in her diary. Could the Chronomedian be here? Brigid mentioned a dim light, but I only see darkness. Maybe the lighthouse? What? Oh. That hit box for that door extends a good distance out, which really threw me off a bit. Let's see. The dome appears to be Roman in origin. It is in better condition than the other ruins. Let's see. That's strange. I don't think there's anything else that I can click on. Very strange indeed. I mean, there's gotta be something I can do around here. Maybe on the outside. Alright, so the faint light isn't happening. I think I need to go find out where this lighthouse is. It's right there. But I can't... Oh, I might have gotten an email. Yep, there was an email. I'm gonna go to the village real quick. Maybe they'll have some answers. Maybe Donan has answers. Maybe I gotta find their family grave first. Oh, only darkness. I cannot hear or see a thing. Spooky. Not interfere with traditions I do not understand. Alright. I'm just gonna march around a bit, see if I find anything useful. I guess the sad part about sometimes you just gotta walk around a bit more till you find something. A bottle is floating on the water. It is covered in seaweed just out of reach. I think there's something inside. Umbrella. A paper was rolled up inside the bottle. Ooh, a message! Yay! Gods remain silent as the fog settles. We may look for the king beyond the clouds, but find the queen with a fiery crown. Okay. Well, I have a bottle now. I guess the message wasn't super important, but now I can get that oil. Oh, lady's gone. Spooky. So very ominous. Alright, so before that, I'm gonna stop back by the manor. Ah, yes, now there's an outside. Seems to be Athena, goddess of wisdom, war, and the arts. She is dressed in armor, seeming ready for war. This statue appears to be very old. Its appearance suggests that it could date back to ancient Rome. The door is locked. The manor appears to be dark and empty. Alright. Let's go around back. It's a safety bicycle. I still do not understand how they managed to keep balance with such small wheels. It looks quite new, but its chain is broken. I want that chain. I may find a way to fix the chain. Yeah. Oh! The ring fits perfectly on the chain. I am sorry to use Braid's grandmother's ring in such a manner, but maybe now I can get the bicycle to work. Yeah, let's see if I can do that. The tires are too threadbare. I don't see how I can ride it safely, but at least the chain rotates. What? What was that sound? What did I do? I don't understand any of what logic that goes by. But I'm so excited to see where my messing around led to. The mill wheel. Something is preventing it from spinning. Alright. Can we see what that is? A strange mechanism runs from the mill's wheel shaft into the building. It seems to be lacking a small piece. A cog, perhaps? Ah, no, too big. A screw, perhaps? Now the water wheel is working. Alright. I'm not sure what this is accomplishing, but things are happening. Oh, Kieran's playroom is written on the door in hand-painted letters. The door is locked. Kieran, I'm breaking in. Somehow. So, somehow, I'm gonna have to break in. Let's see. I still don't know what that noise was, though, so maybe that was around the front? Oh no, it's a Wicker Man! What? The Roman statue has been thrown down and replaced with a wicker one. What does that... What? The Roman statue lies shattered on the ground. To destroy such an ancient statue, could this really be part of the festival? I doubt it, unless they get a new ancient statue every year to replace with a wicker one. Like, I'm still so confused. I don't even know what I've accomplished so far, just there's wicker men here now. Gonna go get some oil. Are the kids still here? No, even the kids are gone. I'm gonna look at this. Oh no, wait, there's still a kid here. The drawing is of some sort of spiked circle. Is it the sun or something else? Uh-oh. The child I spoke with earlier seems to have left his mask here. There's a ribbon hanging from it. That looks like really creepy, like... Oh no, the ribbon! Flew away. Unfortunate. Maybe we'll find the ribbon somewhere else. Oh, there's the ribbon. No, the ribbon flew away again. Ribbon, please. No. I can see a lighthouse in the distance. Oh, that's how we get it added to our map. It's not by seeing it from the old abbey, but by following a ribbon. I want this ribbon. Nice. A red ribbon. I think it was part of the child's mask that was left behind in the hills. I will say this one is getting a little bit more odd in logic, which isn't a bad thing. I like it. Now that there's a hole in the barrel, I just have to push the bottle in a bit and I managed to fill it with oil. Nice. Now we can start some fires. Fire time. Fire time. Ooh, maybe they're up on by the pit. Maybe we should check out the pit too. A group of jagged rocks. Nah, the pit's still not quite being spooky yet. So, alright. Go to the lighthouse because we're probably going to need to light it. Ooh, look at that panning. Uh-oh, this wicker man is hanged. What a ghastly custom. The wicker man is in the shape of a hangman. Oh, these things are just everywhere. You can't set them on fire anyways. Like, obviously they don't do this every year. They don't have a million statues to, like, bust up. So, obviously there's something weird going on, but I don't know, Wakefield's like, probably same old. No one is answering. Oop, there's someone inside. Let me in. Someone is inside. Maybe I could make some kind of noise to attract their attention. Knock. A wide copper pipe runs from the tower to the ground. It is covered in salt and seaweed. Ting! Ting! I'm gonna move. Ting! I'm gonna walk it down. I'm not sure what this accomplishes. Like, what am I trying to do? Like, it looks like I'm trying to throw it from a different... Oh. I guess the answer is just make enough noise till they get fed up. Understandable. Now begin. Oh, there's someone in here. Now you're my captive. You must talk to me. Good evening. Would you happen to be the lighthouse keeper? My name is Wakefield. A stranger. And what would he want from me? I'm visiting the island. I am a visitor to Ellis Moor. This lighthouse caught my eye. And since it's dark, you thought it to be abandoned? Well, it's not. Even though I can barely see a thing, this is my house. Why is the lighthouse lamp not lit? Is it not dangerous for the ships? Do not let it concern you. Many years ago, the sea lanes were altered to avoid this coast. Now it's rare indeed to see a ship in these waters. After the accident, the lighthouse was never repaired. An accident? You say you had an accident. What happened? I was checking the lenses, because the failure looked so strange. And I was worried. All of a sudden, the light must have turned on. I was blinded, and could see nothing but fleeting shapes ever since. Was there a failure in the lamp's mechanism? Precisely that. One stormy afternoon, I suddenly heard a strong noise up in the light room. The clockwork mechanism had stopped working, and the lamp was off. I had never seen a failure like that. I could not get the lighthouse working again. Has nobody else tried to fix the lamp since? No, no one in the village is interested. For them, the more isolated Ellis Moor is, the better. They do not care about ships or accidents, especially Lord Donnan. He sees anything coming from outside the island as a threat. I understand. I'm from outside the island. Red flags! Do you know anything about the disappearance of Lord Donnan's son? A tragedy it was. A strange one, but a tragedy nonetheless. What was so strange about Kieran's disappearance? I just find it a bit suspicious that it happened so close to the reunion. It's too easy to be keeping secrets during the festival, but how everyone is afraid of leaving the village those nights. What do you mean? Look, folks here are too gullible. They'll do anything to protect themselves from their strange fears. They'll not eat corn, nor drink milk, or they'll dig graves for their mirrors. And of course, they'll avoid standing near a fear-nog too long, because though the fiends cannot touch the tree, they're attracted to the smell of its resin. But surely it's all nonsense. Look, it's really easy to prove it all wrong. Just don't follow the rituals. You're a stranger to our ways, but have you seen any of the things I mentioned? Well, I did see a group of people in the village bearing mirrors. Exactly. What do you think would happen if you unbury those mirrors? That a band of goblins would come out of the marshes to steal them? Nothing but nonsense. What of Kieran's disappearance, then? Well, I'll admit I'm not sure what happened to the boy. But one thing I am sure of, this festival of reunion is nothing but a farce. And it would be just so easy to prove it. He wants us to prove it. That's what he's hinted at. But I go upstairs and see the light room. Even though the lamp is off, I should like to take a look at I should like to take a view of the surrounding countryside. Well, I do not think you will see anything really, but if you are interested, yes, I guess you may. Nice. Thank you for the pleasant conversation. I must go. Well, time to try and make the lighthouse good. Yeah, got his permission. Alright, time to check this bad boy out. Electric lamp spot. battery is flat, so we need to somehow recharge the battery. Okay. Interesting. The clockwork mechanism that causes the lamp projectors to spin. However, I think there's something missing. A cog? Yes. The cog was missing piece of the mechanism. I've replaced it. However, the mechanism is still too rusty to move. Oil? There's little oil in the tank and the oil is leaking. The mechanism will not work unless I properly fix it. Ribbon? Nice. Now I can oil the mechanism without worrying about it leaking. Just stuck some ribbon in this hole in this machine that could easily combust if used improperly, probably. The cog was the missing piece of the mechanism. It has been replaced and the mechanism has been well oiled. It was easy to wind and now it is back to life. Great, now I just need to electrify this bad boy. Hey, I got your lamp spinning. It cannot be. I never thought I would hear the rhythm of my beloved lighthouse working again. You don't know how grateful I am. For years I longed to hear those marvelous sounds. Memories of better times. But the light has yet to be lit, I'm afraid. Ah, that battery. Have you got it charged already? I used to have a crank. Oh, this is... Okay, I think it's the lighthouse guy talking, just the text doesn't change color. I used to have a crank I would use on it every night, but since the loss of my sight, I have lost track of it. Oh. Crank. Yeah, I don't know where your crank is. We'll find it. Let's see. Is it around? Maybe upstairs? I do not see a crank. So I'm going to assume that there's not a crank up there. So we'll go, maybe I can use like the mill and the bike. Yeah, that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try, hello again, Wicker. I'm going to try like the bike crank method. Yep, now that the bicycle is fixed, if I attach one of its cogs to the battery's dynamo, I may be able to ride it with a charge. I don't know if that would work in real life, but I'll play along. You've charged a battery strong enough to light a lighthouse with a bicycle and an iron ring. Yay! Alright, let's get this bad boy up. Got it plugged in. Hopefully the battery has enough charge to keep the lighthouse lit for a few hours. Nice, okay, it's up and running. Here we go. I'll let you know. No, I can't let you know. So, good luck. Oh no, the wicker's burning. This wickerman has been set on fire too. Who keeps doing this? Oh, that one fell too. The rope gave way just as I passed. I didn't even move, it just kind of dropped. It still stood there. Alright, we're gonna go to the old abbey. I like how that's added to the map too, since now the lighthouse light should allow us to see some stuff. What am I supposed to be looking at? like that it's got like my shadow in it. You'll see it. The light has revealed a mural painting on the walls, on the stones, just as it did for Brigand nearly a century ago. Oh, I guess that's not me. I guess that's... According to the diary, the light from the lighthouse revealed the eyes of the sentinel, right there. The pair of evil eyes seemed to glitter in the dark. I thought the sentinel was a good thing, protecting people from evil. Okay, so it's glittering. The mouth of the sentinel is wide open. Okay. What am I supposed to do besides admire that? Like, okay, I found the eyes of the sentinel. What else do you want, though? I'm unsure of what else it wants of me. I'm gonna back out for now, since maybe I need something else first, like a mirror or something. Hello, other wicker. Or that treasure that he had, that the kid had. I just need to figure out how to get into... So I assume if I dig him up, I'm probably gonna find the, like, something with Kieran. I just gotta ruin a whole place's... I'm not too sure about this. I just have to ruin a whole place's tradition. Oh, maybe I gotta leave it. Yeah. What was that? Uh-oh, those mirrors were taken. Uh-oh. Something took the mirrors. The mirrors were completely shattered. Why would that masked man do that? I assume that's gonna be the mayor. I'm surprised that didn't actually reveal anything. Oh. Okay, I'm following him now. It seems to be heading east. Alright, so I'm following now. Oh, it's going to the play area. Oh, he got in. I don't know why I needed the wheel to be moving for that. Uh-oh. A spooky room. An ornate lever is built into the wall. Oh, that powers this. Oh, Jesus, this kid's room is high tech. Oh. A painted man-sized wooden doll. It represents an old lady. A painted man-sized wooden doll. It represents a king. Celestial bodies made out of paper. Wow, this kid is talented. A doll's theater lamp spinning around. Uh-oh. That's spooky. Yeah, I want this mask. The stranger's mask is lying on the floor. I hear wandering in the dark. I can see a deformed shadow in there, writhing and fidgeting. I cannot get any closer. Something is underneath the mask. An old iron disc. A drawing of a spiked circle is engraved on it. Well, wait, but who's this? What? Wait, no, this is an easily solved mystery. I am so upset by that. I'm like hoping, I wonder if like, oh, maybe that's just Kieran. Like, why wouldn't the person have an entrance into Kieran's room? Maybe it's Kieran, but it's probably not. I will probably never know. Wonderful. Yep, it's burning too. Egad, now this statue is burning too. Is someone following me? It's like we just followed someone and such. Like, I feel like you're past the point of wondering if someone's following you. Especially because, like, these wicker statues were getting placed in areas. I feel like you should have risen at that conclusion earlier. Okay, let's put a disc in his mouth, eat the coin. He eateth the crunch. The hidden entrance is now open. What was that sound? Okay, oh, you let me enter. Oh well, let's go see what that sound was. I'm curious. It's probably another wicker getting set on fire. Oh no, burning again. The Wicker Man, I got an achievement for it. Like, you're the least discreet. It's like very obvious you're being followed at this point, and he's just like, yep, gonna keep going. The symbol looks familiar, a spiked circle. It could be the sun. A statue of Madonna, but something is off. I cannot tell what though. Oh, that's the same words as before. Yeah. The tunnel descends deep into the earth. Will I find the assigned crypt at the bottom, or something? Dear God, I am reeling. Kaufman, my friend, your faith in me was misplaced. I cannot. No, I will preserve. And we walkin', and we walkin'. Oh, we're in the pit. Uh-oh. A small coffin? Oh no, it's a small coffin. This coffin is covered in ashes. This coffin does not quite look as old as the others. This niche is empty. Some old pages lie haphazardly on the coffin lid, as though they had been dropped here from the upper hill long ago. They bear faint notes written in a trembling hand. Down in this unholy burrow, in the feared Chronomadian, our worst nightmares crawl and die. Resting down here are the dauntless, those who dared enter the lair of the snake and the bird. Each of those men and women who crossed the path between, they walk through the mist to the other side, where the ultimate truth screams in terror. And then they returned. These are my ancestors. Amongst the dead stones of the Chronomadian lie the proud Ladesend, reduced to something far worse than dust or ashes. Could that blasphemy in the coffin be Aunt Mare's true legacy? No, I shall not accept this fate for myself. Ooh. Uh-oh. The engraving on the coffin is so badly eroded that the name is barely readable. Mare laid sand. Oh wait, was that a bird skeleton? They've sealed me. No. Wait, I didn't see what that was clearly. What? No. Gonna have to rewatch it later now. Find out what that was. Oh, I'm walking. Oh. What was it I saw? I'm so very upset now. Wait. Seekers of the truth will sacrifice their wisdom. So to open the way to where the Fearnog blooms, your offspring we welcome, its hidden threat. Only the light of your sign will carry its purge. Oh. That's a spooky. Oh, it's the people with the masks. They're just down here. Is that a train? Wait, hold on a second. Well, let me go back. But I feel like this is a train above me. Deer. Or maybe, I don't know, that's some sort of, it's supposed to look like something above me. That was supposed to be like the devil, like super goat. It's got ominous music too, and look, it was glowing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's the eyes. Oh no! That music's getting loud for me. Big old eye. Oh, that's an even bigger eye. These eyes are just getting progressively bigger. Honestly, Wakefield has taken this pretty well. Just like, yep, we're going through a cave of eyes. Hey, look, it's Devitt. I recognize Devitt. Dots. Devitt? It was reunion. We met Devitt again. Under the mask. The adventure continues in season finale, and I think that's where I'm gonna call it today. So thank you all for joining, and see you next time.